Hello seekers of magic, and welcome or welcome back to my fairy queendom. Join me as I'm preparing for Yule. I'm sharing with you how I prepare and celebrate, as well as simple DIY and ritual ideas that you can do for yourself. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, and I hope you enjoy this video. On December 21st, on the Winter Solstice, we celebrate the longest night and the shortest day in the Northern Hemisphere. Yule is one of the seasonal festivals of the Wheel of Life, and we find ourselves in the darker months of the year. This time of the year is often associated with darkness, fear, and dread, but without it there would be no spring or summer. For it is now that the seeds for the next cycle gather their strength under the frozen surface to greet us in spring with the most magnificent colors. I feel like that most people, and I don't exclude myself, are afraid of the unknown, which lies in the darkness. Not knowing what is next and not seeing any light in that moment can be uncomfortable. But it is often these times when we don't know where we will be next in our lives that the most magical things unfold for us. Because when we don't know what is next and we don't know what is showing up for us, we don't control. And that is when the magic of life can happen. Yule marks the return of the sun that is now just around the corner. We look forward to the warmer and brighter days and the early sunrise, but for now it's a time of rest and going inward. We are invited to slow down, to listen to the silence of this darkness and to reflect. When the dense leaves of the trees have fallen and the lush green no longer blocks our view, more clarity can return to our lives. So this time of the year has a clear message. Surrender into your darkness. Allow your shadow to show itself. Embrace it. Now is the perfect time, and everything that has accumulated over the past few months can now be reviewed and cleansed. And at the same time, while the sun is preparing to spend more time with us again, you too can embrace your inner sun. Allow it to shine and allow it to be your guidance through that time of the year. Your inner light is always showing you the way. First, I went through everything that I already had in my home because I didn't want to buy new things this year. I have been on a mission to use more of the things that I already have and only thrift what I need. If I cannot find it that way, it would not be important. So colors associated with Yule are green, gold and red. I also thought about oranges and brown colors like cinnamon sticks or walnuts, and these are also the colors that I wanted to bring into my home and my altar to celebrate this festival. The first ritual that I wanted to do was to light a candle to welcome the sun back and invite more light into the upcoming year of my life. This was also symbolic for the traditional winter solstice fire. For that ritual, I used a black and a white candle that I would later on also use while making protection spell jars. I chose the black candle to symbolize the darker months of the year, the time we are in right now, the time for deep reflection and withdrawing, but also my inner darkness and shadow aspects. The white candle, on the other hand, was there to symbolize the sun, the longer days that are not far in the distance, my inner light that is always guiding me, and a fresh new start that could bloom in spring. New ideas and projects that are being birthed right now and will see the world once it is their time. I also decided to make little protection spell jars with the candles I lightened before. I used these little black jars because black symbolizes protection, banishing, and letting go. To make these protection spell jars, you can use pine needles, crystals that represent protection like obsidian, onyx, smoky quartz, labradorite, sage, black salt, a needle, bay leaf, rosemary, basil, lavender, signs like the pentagram, sigils, oils, but also feathers that you found and feel like that they are a sign for protection, like from your guardian angels. I cleansed the jars with Palo Santo and then put lavender, bay leaf, sigils, and a little pentagram on a piece of paper, but also obsidian inside it, and sealed it with the wax of the black and white candle. I also used an orange spell jar to symbolize creativity and ideas that would be coming to light at the right time. The color orange also stands for justice and confidence, so it was perfect for that. I used a rose petal, lavender and mint, red gemstones, and a sigil as well. And after it was finished, I sealed my intention with the wax of the white and the orange candle. Since winter has arrived, I found myself pondering over and over again. Am I on the right path? Why does everything seem to change except me? Why do I feel so stuck? Why am I still living in the past? These questions have been weighing so heavy on me. So I decided that my next ritual was going to be an extensive journaling session. Journaling is so powerful, and I have been neglecting to write down my innermost feelings for the past few months, if I'm completely honest. I chose questions that were a reflection of the time of the year we are in right now for this journaling session. What wants to be brought to light that has been kept in the dark until now? What do I want to get rid of? What do I want to invite into my life? I spent as long as it took me to really let my feelings emerge and to let go of whatever wanted to go. This year I also wanted to make little Yule ornaments, and for that I used these cute little wooden discs that I still had at my home. And honestly, you can do whatever you like to them. You can glue little pine cones or crystals on your ornaments, but I decided that I wanted to draw a holly for good luck and protection, a sun or moon ornament to symbolize the ever ongoing balance of light and darkness, and I decided for my third wooden discs I would just let my creativity speak through me again. And honestly, these are so much fun and easy to make, and I really could not wait to decorate with them. As a child, it always broke my heart when the trees that were so beautifully decorated for Christmas were thrown carelessly and lovelessly onto the streets at the end and had to be disposed of. So what I usually do is buying an evergreen kind of tree that after Yule I can simply plant into my garden where it can keep growing. And this year I bought not your usual type of Christmas tree, but a small bush, which according to the label it had on is called Snow White. And how fitting is that, right? So I decorated my little Yule tree with ribbons and little decorations that I made, and honestly that was so much fun. It was so rewarding even though it was so tiny, and now all that was missing was a string of lights, and now the little Yule tree was perfect. The last thing that my home was missing now was a wreath for protection. and these are also so easy and simple to make. All you need is a wreath, and it can be made of evergreens or, like mine, of branches, and you can use ribbons, spell jars, pine cones, feathers, bells, cinnamon sticks, dried oranges, and any other items in red, green, gold, and orange, and any other color you associate with Yule. I simply used my hot glue gun to glue everything on my protection wreath, and it turned out so cute. What do you think? Yule is the perfect time to have a lovely dinner together with your loved ones. There are many delicious foods that you can make. It can be as simple as making a hot chocolate drink. You could also bake cookies, make your own loaf of bread, or cook something out of the root veggies that were collected and then stored during the harvest of the golden autumn days. This year I wanted to do something pretty simple and just made myself some tea out of these beautiful tea balls, and they reminded me that just like in spring where everything blooms and is coming to surface, new ideas, new life, new chances and opportunities are also awaiting us in the upcoming spring. And instead of making food only for myself, I also decided to make a feast for the little birds outside as well. I wanted to give back to nature because this year it welcomed me more than ever, and I have always been feeding the birds in winter no matter where I've lived, but I always was so sad that the bird food you can buy in stores is surrounded by so much plastic, so I really wanted to make my own bird food hangers, and these are also so easy to make. You can use coconut halves if you have, like I did, and please be careful when opening the coconut. But you could also use old animal pots or small cake molds that are resistant to the cold. First, the coconut oil has to become liquid in the pot, but without bringing it to a boil. And you can use whatever you have. I used sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, linseeds, and peanuts, and simply mixed them with the coconut oil once it was liquid. And all that was left now was pouring the mixture into the coconut shells. And I had so much fun watching the birds from my garden having a feast, and I felt more grateful than ever that this time I could give back to Mother Earth.
used to think I'm the problem, that I was way too sensitive, reacting way too much.
So Seekers of Magic, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you can see the light and the sun that are just around the corner in your life right now, and embrace the darkness at that time of the year, while at the same time invite your own inner sun. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to do the YouTube magic, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what you do for Yule that year. Like the video, and yeah, it really means the world to me. It really helps me out a lot. And I will see you, Seekers of Magic, next week in my next video. So let's hang out then. Bye bye.